Come and sign my t-shirt, it's the last day of term. Event 16 of the Makeshift Marble Olympics. At the top of the table, Jamaica, Great Britain and Kenya will contest the title today. While at the bottom, we have a correction to make. Yoshi 11P helpfully pointed out that we had Finland and Ethiopia the wrong way round at the end of the last event. So it is in fact Ethiopia who need a miracle to survive today, while former champions Finland are just 5 points from safety. Plenty to play for at either end of the table then, as well as in the middle, with Winter Marble Olympic spots on offer to the top 6. We've also got a new opportunity for you to book your favourite team a place in next year's game, so stay tuned for that. But first, Heat 1, Finland and Great Britain in action at either end of the table, and it's Finland with a great start. Egypt in second, they fall back now. Great Britain really need to pull their socks up if they want to challenge for the title, but they can't quite manage it as Vietnam pull away at the end to get the win. Finland gets second place and that crucial place in the semi-finals as Egypt slipped all the way back to last place. Great Britain leave in round 1 with just 2 points and a chance then for Jamaica to match or better that to make sure they stay ahead of them in the title race. But they've got Ethiopia alongside them, desperate for points here, and Ethiopia with a great first handover, and they extend their lead and again into the final straight. Tonga gets second place just ahead of France, and Jamaica crash out with 0 points. They come into this event in the lead in the championship, but Great Britain have drawn level with them, and the door is wide open for Kenya, who feature in this third heat. Alongside Netherlands, Greece and Argentina, it's Kenya and Argentina with a great start. They're going head to head, neck and neck, shoulder to shoulder, and it's Kenya who managed to hold on to get that crucial win. And Argentina join them in second place. A real close race between these two, and indeed between Netherlands and Greece. So with Ethiopia and Finland both going through, Greece pick up 2 points, which may be crucial come the end, as they will be waiting with their hearts in their hands to see how the two below them get on. In this final heat, some mid-table madness. Canada currently in 6th place, they'll want to secure that. Uzbekistan with an outside chance of qualification too, they get the win. Canada gets second place, with Tuvalu and Ghana rounding off a fairly nondescript championship with a fairly nondescript final race, finishing 3rd and 4th respectively. But it's Canada and Uzbekistan, the golden oldies, who go through to complete our semi-final lineup. Let's get stuck straight back into the racing with semi-final number 1. Uzbekistan, Tonga currently 7th, looking for a top 6 finish, Finland and Kenya. It's a rocket start from Kenya and a fantastic first handover. It's close for second place though, Uzbekistan currently leading it, but Finland now bringing it back, and Finland clinch it at the end. Second place for them, ahead of Uzbekistan and Tonga, but what a race from Kenya. You can tell they really want this. They've had a whiff of victory, a whiff of the championship title, and they are grabbing the opportunity by the marbles, as a very tight finish between Tonga and Uzbekistan sees Tonga get 7 points. Canada, are you watching? Probably not, because they're up now against Vietnam, Ethiopia and Argentina with a better start, but a poor first handover as Ethiopia and Canada take over, and Ethiopia with the lead, but Canada taking it now into that third and final changeover, and Canada hold on to get the win. Ethiopia managed second place, so they still qualify for the final. And I think Vietnam managed to overtake Argentina to take home 7 points, with Argentina settling for 5. That means we're set up for an absolutely cracking final here. Some big names featuring. We've got Kenya chasing the title, what is effectively a 1v1 death match between Ethiopia and Finland, and Canada just enjoying a nice day out. It's Finland off to a great start and a fantastic first change. It's Kenya and Ethiopia chasing though, and they get in front. Ethiopia now in front of Kenya, and Ethiopia take the win on a day when they needed a miracle. Kenya needed a pretty good result too, and they've got one. It's silver. We'll wait to see if that's enough. Canada started really poorly, but as Finland began to see their hopes fading away, Canada managed to jump on that and to end the way they began these games with a medal, albeit a slightly less shiny one. A fantastic, dramatic final then. We'll have to wait and see what that does to the final standings, but for now at least we can congratulate these teams. Ethiopia with their first gold medal of the games and their first for 2 years. Lovely to see them back on the top step. Kenya with yet another medal, and Canada finishing with a very respectable bronze. Let's take a look at the final standings, and Kenya have clinched the title on the final day. 3 points clear of Great Britain and Jamaica, and a double dose of late leapfroggery, Kenya jumping from 3rd to 1st, and Ethiopia jumping from last to 14th to survive by just 1 point ahead of Finland. What a fantastic day then for these 3 teams in particular. As it's time now for the closing ceremony, the residents of Playmoville have all gathered to wave farewell and to congratulate and cheer on our marbles one last time. But there's no need to cry, this won't be the last time for you. Lots of these countries will compete in our World Cup marble race coming soon, and of course you can always just go back and watch these videos on repeat. Unless you've got a social life or something, which would be a shame, as it sounds like our teams are ready to begin the procession. We start as always with the last place. It's felt like a cursed games at times for Greece, either that or they're just rubbish. But as they're joined by Finland in elimination, there's no shame in marching up with a former champion, as they are buried in their cesspits of brimstone and sulphur, never to see the light of day again. Well, not until after the Winter Marble Olympics at least, where we will be seeing these teams. Ethiopia rescuing a place in the qualifiers on the final day, joined by the likes of Ghana, Vietnam and France. But if you support one of these mid-table countries and can't bear to see them put through the grueling challenge of the Winter Marble Olympic qualifiers, then fear not. We want you to pick one team that placed between 7th and 14th to qualify for the next games by leaving a comment on this video. Whichever country receives the most comments will be joining these teams in the Winter Marble Olympics, this year's top 6. And what a story! Both of our brand new teams, Egypt and Argentina, with fantastic debuts, as well as perhaps the most consistent country in Marble Olympic history, Canada, finishing in 4th. Reigning champions Great Britain can't quite manage to retain their crown, finishing equal on points with an impressive Jamaica, but claiming 2nd based on medals won. But they were simply outdone by one last bounce back by the bounce back masters, who did what Great Britain did last winter by winning the championship on their return to these games. What a welcome back for this year's Marble Olympic champions! It's K to the N to the Y with a final vowel please carol. A Kenya! And as the festivities and celebrations begin to quieten and come to an end, a solemn moment as the fire brigade are called to deal with this roaring Olympic flame and to extinguish it for another year. The gravity and solemnity of this ritual matched only by the horrible mess it's making. Goodness me, who's going to clean all this up? Oh, I know. Felix, can you come and clear your Playmoville away, please? It's all covered in sand for some reason, so you'll have to wash it first. That's it, be a good boy, and tidy it up quickly or there's no TV tomorrow. Thank you for joining us for yet another Marble Olympic adventure. We hope you had fun and we look forward to seeing you again. Bye!